Thank you. You can all have a seat. Welcome, everybody, to Abby and Karl's wedding. I'm Clark, Karl's brother, and I'm honored to have been invited to officiate the ceremony. Abby and Karl have invited all of you here to share in the public declaration of their commitment to one another as they become doubles partners for life. Today, they proclaim their love, and we who are gathered here celebrate the new life they are starting together. Thank you all for traveling from far and wide to share in this moment with them. Abby and Karl also would like to honor the people who are important in their lives but are not able to be here today. We keep these absent loved ones in our hearts. Their blessings and support are present in spirit and in loving memory. So if you don't know, I'm Karl's youngest brother. He may be 6 years older than I am, but I do have 6 years of marriage on you, Karl. Still, it was a challenge for me to write something profound about marriage to impart to my big brother and my new sister. So instead, I asked each of them individually to share with me some thoughts on why they fell in love with one another. Surprisingly, or not, what each of them told me was quite similar. Karl said, Abby and I are similar in many ways, but also very opposite. And Abby told me, we bring out the best in each other. Karl wrote that he loves how we complement each other and how our strengths and weaknesses fit the holes of a puzzle perfectly to make a great team. Oh. He fell in love with Abby because of her amazingness. And actually, she comes up on his cell phone as Abby Amazingness. More specifically, Karl said, it's her great passion and energy to be a good person, to help everyone around her, and it makes Karl want to be a better person. I noticed when Abby entered Karl's life in one way, because suddenly I started getting Christmas cards and other gifts. Similarly, Abby said that Karl has a giant heart. He only sees the good in people and situations. She told me, I saw these traits in his interactions with his friends, his relationships with his family members, and in his mentoring of his Tufts players. She wrote, every time we encounter a new situation, we learn about each other and grow stronger. It makes life exciting, and we operate as a true team. I talked to some of Abby's family about how Karl has impacted her life, and they told me that Karl has helped Abby to be a little more relaxed and spontaneous. You wouldn't know it today with how amazing all this wedding is and all the preparation that she and her mother and sisters did. Amazing attention to detail. But as an example, I'm not certain if Abby would have gone ziplining before Karl entered the picture. Karl and Abby both told me about their love of traveling together, relaxing with Sunday night shows, going out to dinner, or as Karl put it, on super luxe dates. And they both expressed their excitement for the future, to spend time together, to start a family, and to conquer the unknown together. Probably most importantly, they both highlighted their intentions to continue attending Grand Slams and make a kick-ass doubles team. Love like this is a cherished gift, and it's not to be taken too lightly. Karl and Abby went through quite a few different readings, trying to find one that they thought captured the nature of a partnership. They wanted one that spoke to the concept of relationships having ups and downs, good times and bad, but persisting and growing together. What they found was an excerpt from The Gift of the Sea by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. And I'd like to invite Abby's grandfather, Dan, to share that now.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. When you love someone, you do not love them all the time, in exactly the same way from moment to moment. It is an impossibility It is even a lie to pretend to. And yet this is exactly what most of us demand. We have so little faith in the ebb and flow of life, of love, of relationships. We leap at the flow of the tide and resist in terror its ebb. We are afraid it will never return. We insist on permanency, on duration, on continuity, when the only continuity possible in life, as in love, is in growth, in fluidity, in freedom, in the sense that dancers are free, barely touching as they pass, but partners in the same pattern. The only real security is not in owning or possessing, not in demanding or expecting, not in hoping even. Security in a relationship lies neither in looking back to what was in nostalgia, nor forward to what it might be in dread or anticipation, but living in the present relationship and accepting it as it is now. Relationships must be like islands. One must accept them for what they are here and now within their limits. Islands surrounded and interrupted by the sea and continually visited and abandoned by the tides. Thank you.
This is it. Marriage is a commitment reserved for those who are free to offer themselves to one another. Therefore, I ask you to state your intention. Abby and Karl, have you come here joyfully and without reservation to give yourselves to one another in marriage? If so, say, we will.
We will.
All right, now all of you here. As Abby and Karl join in their lives in marriage, they also bring their families and friends together in a new relationship, creating bonds of trust and ties of affection. So family and friends, will you give Abby and Karl your love, your blessing, and your support? If so, will you please show them your support by saying, we will.
We will.
Okay, Abby, Karl, join hands. Karl, repeat after me. I, Karl, take you, Abby,
I, Karl, take you, Abby,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
And before these witnesses,
Before these witnesses,
I give you my pledge.
I give you my pledge.
Abby, repeat after me. I, Abby, take you, Karl, to be my lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live. And before these witnesses, I give you my pledge. The wedding ring serves as a symbol of your vows. It is an outward and visible sign of the love which binds your lives together. Rings have no beginning, no end, and therefore symbolize the perfection of love that can always renew itself without end. Kyle?
You'll get it.
Karl, look into Abby's eyes and repeat after me as you place the ring on. I give you this ring,
Give me this ring,
as a symbol of my love, my faith in our strength together,
my faith and our strength together,
and my covenant to learn and grow with you.
and my covenant to learn and grow with you.
Abby, look into Karl's eyes and repeat after me as you place the ring on his finger. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love, my faith in our strength together, and my covenant to learn and grow with you. What Abby and Karl have brought together in these bonds of love, let not these bonds be broken. much as you have exchanged vows of matrimony and symbolize your intent with the giving and receiving of rings, it's now my honor to pronounce you husband and wife. Now you can seal your marriage with a kiss. Time, Mr. and Mrs. Gregor.